Great. Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub, where who we are is nothing but we are a unique place for digital leaders to enhance every day. And we have set a target of completing 200 book summaries in a year. On the journey of that target, we are here at the book summary 16, and the name of the book that we have today is Quiet, written by Susan Cain. Let us see brief information about the author, Susan Cain. I recommend you to take the digital notes or physical notes. If possible, I'll ask you to share your lessons at the end of the book summary. Let us see the about the author. Susan Horowitz Cain is an American writer and lecturer. She is the author of 2012 non-fiction book Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Cannot Stop Talking, which argues that modern Western culture misunderstands and undervalues the traits and capabilities of introverted people. Let us see the targeted audience. The 13-year-old who just wants to sit in her room and read, play, or learn code all the day, like me. Who wants to sit in her room, read, play, or learn code all the day. A 43-year-old who works in an open office environment and thus feels overwhelmed a lot. Anyone who works with or dates an introvert. So for them, this is the book, Quiet. Let us see the small synopsis. Quiet shows the slow rise of extrovert ideal for success throughout the 20th century, while making a case for the underappreciated power of the introverts and showing up new ways for both forces to cooperate. Let us listen from the author, Susan Cain. Spend your free time the way you like, not the way you think you are supposed to do. Understand this formula very much. Spend your free time the way you like, not the way you think you are supposed to do. Again, repeating, spend your free time the way you like, not the way you think you are supposed to do. Here goes another book by a top TEDx speaker. Susan Cain's talk about the power of introverts has been viewed over 10 million times. The reason is that her book and talk made a lot of people feel heard for the first time. In the 7 years of research leading up to the publication of The Quiet in 2012, Susan uncovered the slow rise of the extrovert ideal in the public and American workplace. This helped her understand where a lot of her personal struggles as a Harvard Law School graduate and Wall Street lawyer came from, and why she could never have thrived in these environments. Her book is a well of wisdom about personality types, workplace relationships, and human interaction. Let us see the top 3 lessons of the book. Whether you like small talk or not is part of your personality type. There are 16 personality types. If you want, you can go 16personalities.com. So whether you like small talk or not is a part of your personality type. Western cultures portray extroversion as the ideal of success. Companies need to adjust their workplaces to introverts as well. Let us see what is the power of introverts. Ready to uncover the power of introverts? Here we go. Lesson number 1. Whether you are an introvert or extrovert determines if you like small talk or not. So let us see whether you are introvert or extrovert. Huge light bulb moment for me right here. Do you love when Sally gives you the flimsy details of her latest trip? Means if somebody explaining about their tourism, will you love to listen that? Or her latest trip to Cancun over a quick cup of coffee. When you are having a cup of coffee, would you like to listen about the traveling of your friend? Or would you rather talk about Stoic philosophy for 2 hours? The farmer, means the first one, speaks more to an extrovert. The latter more to an introvert, of course. But why is that? It's because of the way we process information differently. Introverts are what is called highly sensitive, meaning that they take the information given to them. Let us take an example via stimuli from their environment a lot more thoroughly than their extrovert peers. Another example, an introvert can stand in front of a single big picture in a museum for 10 minutes, continuously observing and looking for new details to be found. A horror fantasy for an extrovert. If you see the picture like Mona Lisa picture in the museum, you will still look for 10 minutes by seeing the same picture, or you feel that it is a like horror fantasy. If you are able to see that more time, more than 10 minutes, you are introvert. If you are feeling that it is a horror fantasy, it is you can name it yourself as extrovert. In a similar manner, introverts don't like small talk. They are engaged by profound conversations about life, values, morals, and ethics because it allows their highly sensitive information processing to thrive. People often ask me, how can I sit there and talk about a single business idea with my roommate for 2 hours? If you are one of those people, then there is your answer. Note, if you don't already know it, check out, that's what I'm telling. Personality type, there is a Myers-Briggs personality test where you can find whether you are introvert or extrovert. I got the answer as INFJ. My personality type is protagonist. It's nothing but a leader or a hero. So check out your personalities in the 16 personalities test. I'm just going to 16 personality test. You will go easily. Free personality test. You can go into that 16personalities.com. So check out that Myers-Briggs personality test to find out your own personality type. It is free and very insightful. Yes, I am an INFJ. It is mine personality type, and that's going to make me successful. Lesson number 2. In the Western cultures, extroverts are often presented as the ideal of success. Competence and confidence are two things. Remember, competence and confidence are two different things. Sadly, in Western cultures, we confuse them a lot. We often perceive whoever's the most confident to be the most competent as well. That's couldn't be further from the truth, since just being a charming speaker and captivating figure does not make one a good leader. Being more sociable means being more online often leads people to think you are also more interesting and willing to cooperate. But if you are introvert, sitting quietly in your corner, just listening and taking everything in, nobody will come and talk to you. You will become a dustbin. More often than not, people will think you are a weirdo person. In our culture, extroversion is often seen as a prerequisite for success, which gives extroverts as an unfair advantage. Even the best schools like Harvard universities try to groom their graduates into extroverts by forcing them through group work, by forcing them for seminars, discussions, debates, presentations, and even going out with the fellow students at night as a part of their program. Go to Japan, however, you will find none of this. Students study quietly, take vigorous notes, and speaking without being asked is considered downright rude. So if you want to become introvert, you can study quietly, take notes, speak about what being asked, and this is considered as a downright rude. Different countries, different cultures, but in the Western world, the extrovert ideal still prevails. Let us see the lesson number 3. Companies could adapt companies should adapt their workplaces to let introverts make their best contribution. Generally, many people feel that extroverts gives more success. Due to the extroverts' success are ideal, most companies are tailored to extroverts. Means they try to hire the only extroverts. Think about it. Open offices, meetings, group brainstorming sessions, presentation of the PowerPoint slides or Google slides, workshops, and of course, lunch at the canteen. For introverts, this means they feel constantly interrupted, overloaded with information, and stressed, which makes it hard for them to thrive in such an environment. No two persons are same. There is no need to be only extrovert, there is no need to be only introvert. But when you think about it, not all great things were achieved by extroverts or even groups of people. So even extroverts can achieve the miraculous things, even introverts can achieve the miraculous things. Only thing is they have their own taste. Let us take an example, Wikipedia. It's a huge collaboration, but mostly of people who each sit at their computer alone at home. Einstein is another example. Einstein thought of the theory of relativity all on his own in a dark room. And Harry Potter was written in solitude. Solitude means me time or alone time. Harry Potter was written in the inside room, dark room, or alone room. So these are all the results of the introverts. Never expect that only extroverts give the success. So if you have a great introverted thinker on your team, don't force them into a box they don't fit into. Give them the option to work alone and let them flourish. As long as you keep an open mind, they will always come to you once they are ready. Companies should consider this and have more options for introverts to spend time alone versus participating in group activities and meetings when they feel they have something to share. I got this book at around 2014. Well, I have not fully finished it. I can agree the common voice as reported by the press, it makes introverts feel heard. Luckily, I'm not in a situation where I have to battle extrovert systems all the time, but it becomes clearer and clearer to me that whoever shouts the loudest is not necessarily the smartest. If that is the case, dogs shout the larger than the human beings. But that's what it's saying. Loudest is not necessarily the smartest. The internet may be the greatest invention of all the time, especially for introverts, as it allows us to impact the world right from our living room. So instead of mind map, I want to do it on 16 personality test right away from my side. I'll showcase for mine how I am going to take. Let me take a free personality test. So shall we do it on live? Shall we take complete?
Have you tried earlier, Akhil, this?
Yes, earlier I have tried almost 4 to 5 times. Every time I got the same thing.
You know, it's quite a lengthy one, right?
Yeah, it will take around 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, let us see. Let us see how it will like. I'll go with a very fast pace. Let me see. You spend a lot of your free time exploring your various random topics that pique your interest. I'll agree little. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. I agree that. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. I don't have that much. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I'll become agree in this. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. I strongly agree this. And click on next. You prefer to finish one project before starting another. I agree with this. You are very sentimental, not like that. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I don't know that. You even a small mistake can cause you to doubt overall abilities and knowledge. Even small mistake can cause, yeah, it will sometimes. I agree with this. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I don't feel that. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. I'm interested. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. No. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. No, I plan daily routine. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Yes. You enjoy participating in group activities. Yes. You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of ending. Your happiness comes more from helping others, definitely. You are interested in so many things that you can find it difficult to choose what you try next. Yes. You are prone to worrying that things will take your turn for the worse. Sometimes you avoid leadership roles in group settings. No, you are definitely not an artistic type of person. I'm an artistic person. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. Mm, no, I don't feel that. You prefer to do your course before allowing yourself to relax. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. You enjoy watching people argue. No. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. No. Your mood can change very quickly. Uh-uh. I don't do that. Like, you lose patience with people who are not as efficient at you. I strongly disagree. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Never. I used to do in the initial go. You have always fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Yeah, sometimes I feel you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I agree. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Yeah, I can empathize. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. I don't postpone. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Somewhere around these two. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Yes. You enjoy going to art museums rarely. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Sometimes you like to have a to-do list for each day. No, a to-do list means like I have top three priorities. You rarely feel insecure, somewhere around this. You avoid making phone calls. Right now, I am avoiding it. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Yeah, I will understand different views. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiate activities. No, my friends used to call me. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Yes, I sometimes I do that. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yes. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Sometimes I feel this one. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it is completely their fault. Yes, I'll agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. Your personal work style is closer to, yes, it is a spontaneous energy bursting. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed of you. I agree here in between. I'll make it neutral. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Sometimes I want other people to be there. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. Yes, I don't want theoretical, I want practical. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmosphere than quiet. Strongly disagree. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Yes, I can. You often feel overwhelmed. Yes. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. Agree. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I'm not aware of this. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. You would pass along a good opportunity. Yes. You struggle with deadlines somewhere around this. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, I feel confident. Your gender is male. Done. So again, it is coming as ENFG. I'm not sure. See, this is my personality type. I have attempted almost 5 to 6 times. Every time I got the same result. So it is all about the same result. So you can also get like this. There will be ENFJ means E stands for some particular thing and N stands for something. F stands for something. At like that, they will explain you detail in detail. If you click on the next, E means extroverted. I'm a little 52% extroverted. N means intuitive, and F means feeling. I have 79% feeling rather than thinking. And J means judging, 70% judging, prospecting. And T stands for turbulent. So this is all the result that you can get. Okay. So this is how you can do this. And try to share your personality type in the comments below so that we can see who are the influential persons or